20th of February, 9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey defendant's antique. Well, I never expected this. But I thought we'd be back in here again so soon. We're on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning this country's legal practices. We're going to research the latest court procedures here and get as much court experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose it's true, but when the person died, it may as well be his or her one and only time in court. It could be lifetime. In which case, treating it as a research may seem a little cursed. Oh, when you put it like that, right. Good morning! Ah, it's Resume. Good morning. Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. The only pretentious word, as they say, forbidden. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I don't really want to catch one. I'm so desperately not want to wake up early, but I was so worried I could not catch a wink. Now, I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so seriously? Thank you for putting your faith in us, Mr. Edson. I wish I had my life. My whole future hangs in that balance. Jeffrey! Triple! Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. I can do this. I can't do this. I can't take it. So, look up, student. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the court. Looks like an opening night to the opera. There are so many people. No idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Do you know why that might be, Mrs. Sato? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea. So that's all. So that all-knowing look on your face is just a coincidence. Don't hide the truth from me. It's because it's a Reaper, isn't it? That would make sense, yeah. Is that right, Mrs. Sato? I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find. Yes, Lord Fantings is on the front page of every one. I knew it. Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. Several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Yeah, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? Trial 2 days ago marked Lord Fensing's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. Trial of Magnus McGill, hero of Spirit Savage. I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's. I wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in this country. Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon? For what reason appears to be a mundane word? It's quite a question the papers are asking. They're all speculating various answers. Mundane? It is the most significant saga of the century to some of us. Oh dear. I mean, no offense, Mr. Resume, but that is how the papers are describing it. Well, at least we forget the fact that it could spark international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of his infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago. Yes, I agree. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. It's you? Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times, it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. mean that you're friends with the Reaper? Please. Rub shoulders with Deathbringers. So when I was it can only be another example, Mr. Naruto, of your uncommon bad luck. Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such a fatter fortune? But the lucky at least, lie alive! Well, let's not forget. So you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. It was like, oh, right. You did. I did. Yes, it is true that I am just a student, new to London, so little in the way of experience or skills, or luck. But I promised you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant, Miss Mikotoba Esquire. I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this. Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. Court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way to the courtroom at once. Yes, Your Highness. Alright then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go. Yes! My second appearance in Britain Court. My second trial against the Reaper. Hope you're watching over me, Kazuha. At this time, I won't let my face away. I believe in my client just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. In the name of Her Majesty's Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared. The defense is ready. The nonsense are truly fascinating. Sorry? What? Lord Strongcut has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical nimbleness arrogance. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. It's out of sight. After all, at a previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Very true. At most fascinating, if dark, trial it was. Tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted. It is unfortunate to find the Thank you, Counsel. I see both sides are in fine film. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties in the court as impartial members of the public? Never know when you might get to be down on your luck. Can't believe in fair play forever. The guy from yesterday, a couple days ago. Well, I must have won. My press report Russa said I appealed. Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. Peace, love, and fellow. What's she doing here? Why is she here? Come on, what are you waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Eh? Sorry. Didn't quite catch that. Very well then. Let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Seas. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with the rising power in the Far East. The accused is a doctor today. The doctor today is a student from that same planet, Mr. Soseki Natsu. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of the most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. A knife crime. I'll tell you from the bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody else they are. Just look, this is what a complete nature. He's one of those dreadful deputies. Come on, let's get this over. 1, 2, 3. Hey, sorry, didn't quite catch it. Pray, forgive the discourtesy as much in my hollow chalice here, this great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well. Pray, lead the inspector in, please. Name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Tobias Grace. Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? Victim thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olivia Green. Beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be? Yes. Having been stabbed in the back by her attackers, no. The victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been in a comatose state ever since. What? So don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose, but her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at the street map. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, around 5 in the afternoon. Happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road. Wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. Had not been long since it stopped snowing as the victim, Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently been treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case, folks. Everything we know about the victim so far. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence of it, please. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olivia Green, filming stout build, early 20s. Reporting officer. The victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from a single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injury were observed. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day. Was that the weapon that was used? Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back. Ouch. That big thing is starting to scare me. That big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. Was the blade that, like that, anyone would have been able to stab them. Even this scribe looking so sacrosanct, I suppose. A common old garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money? Valuables? What we can tell by looking at the woman's possession, it seems she's a poor student herself. Hard to have anything but worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, we're looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim. I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, defendant Mr. Natsume doesn't appear to go out much. At the moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim. So you got no case, basically. You just had, if we're like, oh, we saw a person running over there. That's all you got.
Yes!
If theft and grievances have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Did you arrest a man in spite of that? I am in total unjustified and unheavy-handed way.
Objection!
Just like, pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. But your words have soared its hollow bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest Mr. the Nimponsen student. Yes, sir. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibly, it was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. The victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. There was being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from the bookshop, it seems. It's just a matter of working out whose books belonged, and we found out whose book was. We found the book to arrest him. Now, in some sense, you could be like, how do you know when the books were dropped? Do you know the books were dropped at the time of the crime? Can you prove it? Old books, you say? Yes, my lord. A photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident. Oh yes, I can clearly see the books to which you are referring. Take that photograph of Chris's evidence, please, Inspector. Your Nipponsens are simple, mindless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well, forgive me, Lord Betsy, but the defendant is not denying everything as you put it. What are you doing this? I don't know. Do go on. Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Is that right, Mr. Naruto? Yeah, he said he was there and he ran away. He was scared. As I was walking along, the accused person pavement could make out a sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat. She was wearing an overcoat. And just as I went to overtake her, she saw a ladder with collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone under me. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran. I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodging. Green overcoat. Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing. Oh my! Such a confident full color. What will the world come up with next? Nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. There was nobody else at the time. Just the two of them. The victim and the accused. Didn't we get told there was a cop that witnessed it? In other words, there's nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the victim. The woman. A fact that the accused concedes. Seems across the examination will be pivotal. Proceed, please. Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. Use the source animation to turn the tables here. It's our only chance.
Hold it!
How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my liege. Because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us. He just said nobody else was there, so nobody else could have done it. He's saying there's witnesses to the crime. Hello? Contradiction! Yes, Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he? That's right. One of them is a policeman from Scotland Yard. That is correct. Then we must hear their testimony. The prosecution will of course call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog would have been, no one could have seen. I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island, ladies. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by a gas streetlights. The prosecution believes it would have been ample light in which by which the witnesses quite here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Which means we really need to hear those witnesses' statements. If we just get through the fog, the cross-examination, maybe I'll be able to. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Hold it!
Mr. Natsume's belongings, I think I'm fine. It's all there in the photograph and print of this crime scene. Yes, there are 3 books on the floor. That's right, my lord. Second-hand books that were irreparably damaged and have fallen into snow holes. The accused could have easily carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield the knife, for example. It's very clever, isn't he? What do you mean? It would be extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He managed to close the one avenue of escape he might have been used before it was there. You mean to say the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back? Must be what happened, my lord. Yes. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. Shop for old English literature. I commend the accused on lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention. Log's room was stacked and floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, Inspector? Well, if I must, let's look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Shop accused right here. Bourbon Books. Got him. The person on the corner of Briar Road and Mearstrom Street. What happened? The accused is currently living in a lodgings on the other side of Briar Road on the opposite end. It means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this. Okay. Yes, I concur with your conclusions. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way in that particular shop. Now, hold up. Take what the inspector just told us. It could not be of vital importance. Yep, I agree. The most important point is that the inspector just... Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What? Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe? Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes, it could be a very important clue. Very well. Now that I can see it being... Not that I can see it being great but please, revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say. Could the man be any more sardonic?
Objection!
If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know? This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident, and the details of the purchase of 3 second-hand books. You found that in the accused's room, did you? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Go on. The receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books. Your? Y-O-R-E, I assume? Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did intend to purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. Eh? What? Inspector, do you know if this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that. Well, it's such a small place. I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
So, but the fact that is the bookshop. The fact is that is the bookshop where the defendant visited on the day in question. And This receipt proves.
Objection!
Yes. What difference it makes? Whatever the man made the purchase in these muscle tomes, it made no difference in the final analysis.
Objection!
I disagree. I mean, after all, I have a street map here, if it might help. Yeah, of course, thank you. Have a look at this, please. The defendant have been returning for bourbon books. And yes, we almost certainly passed the spot, the place where Mr. Green was attacked. However, we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, your books. It may very well have turned out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Could that be true? My. It rather depends on where the other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility. Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Inspector Gregson, where is this your books establishment? Well, obviously, look, we've looked into that. Turns out that your books is just here, on the next corner of Meership Street, going east. Okay, so now we just got, like, but we don't have proof of which way he went. There you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh. My learning friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way regales with us such welcomes. So your future career in the circus. You put that glass down, or I'll put you down. Put it down for you. I didn't think we needed to spell it out, but here we go. Come home from your books instead of bourbon books. So now he still would have passed through some place where the victim was stabbed. That's if we assume he took that route. Yes, thank you, Inspector. Allow me to reiterate from my learned, if somewhat slow, Nikom from Sven. Whatever the man purchased his musty thorns, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Yes, it does. As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try. What did I say, eh? I've had enough of this now. Beg your pardon, terribly sorry, but if you wouldn't mind repeating that. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't give up. What do you mean? The prosecution's assertion is correct. The members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty. Yeah, he's absolutely right. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. It claims that Seki-san must have passed on his way home, but the assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, well, you see what I mean on this map. We're returning from your books to his lodgings. Sure, it could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. The defendant used these streets. Look what happens. He arrives back at his lodging, without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that the route is which commonly referred to as the long way around. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer road home? Well, the answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime.
Objection!
Yes, I've got it. Obviously, you must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such question. He claims that he has no recollection. That's right. As I said, Bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. The day was no exception, since he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I don't believe this. I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that you do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around the subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors? But, even if that is the case, then still... Hold it. I agree with Lord Van Six. Wholeheartedly, in every way. What? I don't believe it. Just as we members of the jury are completely convinced now. Very well. In that case, here will call all the members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty!
It would appear that the jury's learning is unanimous. Well, that's I have some questions for the jury. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve the Queen and your country admirably. Mr. Naruhodo. No, not yet. This isn't over yet. Still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of the scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. Those are the eyes of Query, not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you will intend to wield your right again in this trial. Right to the defense written into the adequate British law, it should have been very long ago. Call it coined if you will. But if the defense is wrong, carry out examination. Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? Of course we're ready. All too familiar with that nimbleness whippersnapper and his overall refusal to throw in his eye. Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. For pity's sake, no nemesis. Oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he? No, he didn't. He said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes. It can only mean... Why, it can only mean he had been with the victim. The man wouldn't have gone around the house on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. Poor man was poor woman was attacked from behind. Was he? How dreadful. I don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? Got work to be doing. Go up. I shot them. No, not worth of it. Where am I supposed to take this? When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene was the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we've heard the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, there will be ample grounds to convict this man already. Dear, even a judge appears to be convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now. We have to run away like that. How are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is no time for grumbling. You want to force the trial to continue? Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their mind. Well, 4 of them at least. This trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do it.
Hold it!
Excuse me, but aren't you... Okay. Yes, I have a feeling. From the side of it, anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you? How is this relevant? Peter pegged his criminal. Oh, well, water under the bridge. There's all sorts of rumors about police have been battering me all this time. You can turn back the clock. Well, anyway, I don't know about the hat, but at least I'm free to make up my own mind who's guilty. Right, at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him. Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, someone wearing a green coat was a victim. Clearly, the funny little impulse man with a disturbing mustache is... But let's not forget about it. The defendant vehemently denies attacking him. Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming a woman simply collapsed before his act. If that's a lie as you're suggesting, do you think he would have concocted something more credible? Oh, really? I couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little mind? Because the man already made the admission. He himself says that nobody map? What is it? Calabash Road or something? Precisely. It seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese folk actually went that way or not. Well, yes, it's true. At the moment, there's no proof to show he did. Well, yes, that's true as well. As I understand it, Mikis himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Yes, that's annoying. Winter nights are dark and cold. The way I see it, we want to get home as quickly as possible. It makes home alone. You know, it just makes it fun. If Dr. Wheels why he might have gone to Calabash Road, it'd be different. Happy to reconsider my position on this. Go ahead.
Hold it!
What from Sir Garrett? Right. Later for the rest of Mr. Esmond. Sebastian, right? Where did you get your ideas, sir? I'm a maid. The maid, you understand? Keeping up that charade? This is gonna be why didn't you mention this yesterday? You've been selected for the jury in the trial. Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial. The letter I received, instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he? Yes, that's right. Although he's only been there for a little week. So Mr. Natsume looked like a kind who would commit a crime such as this. Goodness me, yes. Just a soul. What? All this time in that dark dingy room, sort of all unscrupulous mustache. And that was Reeves. Chubby cheeks? Yeah. She has them cheeks.
Hold it!
Man's life is on line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me, son. My life's on line too, and so is my family's. Like you won't understand. Labor like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat. Neither do my wife and kids. Oh, I see. It must be very hard. Go to the union every morning, see what needs to do. Late and work is taken, it's tough. This time of year, water and gas supplies pipe burst left and right center. So, you're digging up roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? Remember right, just around the corner from where it all happened. Wait. So if he's doing his work right here, that would force the guy to come this, or client to come this way. What? That's a coincidence. That's right. Bertram Street it was. that would be why he went the other way. Airship Street. On a map. There are only 3 named streets. Turn number 5. I need you to add that information to your formal statement. What's the point? Can't we just get this business over with now? Please, sir. It's important. Fine, I'll do it then. The day it happened, I was digging up the street from dawn till dusk. Finally, something I can work with.
Objection!
Those 2 statements clearly at odds with one another. At odds, counsel? Explain yourself. Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. Eh? What? I just got this done and dusted. Well, juror number 3. Oh, me, sir? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let us take a moment to consider the implications of what has been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Nutson may visit the bookshop, pictured in a second book. But on the same day, we now know there was work being carried out on Mearson Street, making it impassable. Which means the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Mearson Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course. What do you think, sir? Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? Must have been a good 2 yards or more from pavement up. I hate that they're just saying yards. You're in Europe. You use like meters. So the only conclusion is this: the defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have. I suppose he must be right, eh? Juror number 3, you said the following: the man wouldn't have gone in the houses way back, but we see now that he had no choice. Yes! My lord, Judge Mister, if I may. Yes? I don't think I'm in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. Yes. I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. Boom! Let's go. How about you, sir? Eh? Who? Me? Well, alright then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument. It should be filled in. That's what I say. Heck yeah! Oh, well done, Mr. Naruto. That was wonderful. Well, we've managed to change a couple minds at least. Strengthened our positions somewhat. As it'll prompt the members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. I think it's looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent by whatever means necessary. Yeah. Well, we actually don't know which direction the lady was going. We just know it happened here, and that he had to have been coming this way, but that doesn't cross the spot. Like, he would have to walk up this road a little bit, which makes no sense because his door is right here, right in this bottom corner. Actually, no, it's like more like over on this side. It's like, this positioning just doesn't work out for where he... But it's already known that he said he was walking, like he could see the lady in distance come to him. And as he was passing her, she collapsed to the ground. Yes, Mom. What do you mean to him?
Hold it!
Sorry? What did you say? Hold what? No. What I said was holding. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books? Like the old books I have in there, yes. I really enjoy reading them over with a nice cup of old tea. Yeah, that's what we know. So basically, she was walking one way, and he was saying like basically the guy, our client was saying he was walking the other way, and apparently, like, as they crossed, is when she collapsed. And he panicked and ran away, but like the X mark has to be wrong, so because it doesn't make sense that that's where you wouldn't have crossed her in that way. Well, I was picking up books and they're all afternoon. It's been just before 5 that I left. My daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about. Sure about the time. I was walking down Cat when I left on the ice and don't. She was stabbed already? See how she could have been stabbed already. It's always worse after the stove's got fallen. That's what I'm supposed to do. Let myself clean out, I did. But it's not my number, what's that? Wait, let me get this straight. Let's have an uncap. Is this old man, wait. Is this old man the person her clients off all over? Wait. And on camera, so, but the quickest way for me to get back from your books. Sonic! Welcome in everybody from Sonic Stream. How are you doing? Yeah, unleash the raid. How's it going, Sonic? Okay. Sure, number 6. I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. If you may very well be extremely sick. It may very well be extremely... Huh? Sorry? Extremely sick? Oh no, I'm quite alright now. Good? Good to hear. Finish your blood. Yeah, let me see what the old man's statement is, please. Shut up, Sasato. Okay. So I have to be able to put this against something. Oh, I know what to do. Because if he said that a woman in green collapses for his eyes, but can only had been a victim. But he's saying he slipped over. He slipped. So if what Mr. Natsuman saw was him collapsing over on Cavalash Road, it makes all the more sense.
Objection!
Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the jury's reasonings. What are you talking about, counsel? Well, here's number 2. Juror number 6. Whatever do you mean, sir? Oh, come on. Please don't tell me that's wrong. I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Believable. I think it was louder. Okay. Okay, it had me scared for a minute that I did something wrong. Okay. So there's at least one fact which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. Then he returned to his home on foot. The man says he has no recollection of his return journey. That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes. Yes, we're all well aware of this. Poor young woman who was stabbed open.
Objection!
Nope, I have a problem with that. Can we really be sure of that, madame? Why, whatever do you mean? I'm sure you just heard juror's number 6 account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat who fell over on the icy streets in the day. Oh my! My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to the hard of hearing juror number 6. Oh, are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman at the end of the bench here with me today? Okay, what are the odds 3 of the jurors were in the area of this crime happening? What are the odds? After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Oh, look at that. My goodness me. Sorry? You need to pee? And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6. It means the defendant must have taken a long route back to his lodge. And if that's true, then clearly, the crime scene on Briar Road, which a woman was stabbed, was not on his way home. Oh my! Ball Party Mario Kart Smash? Nice. I sure hope you got riggedy wrecked in kart. It's actually been a while since I played Mario Kart. I haven't played it in a while. Ball Party I've never played in Smash, I haven't played in a while either. How much left? Oh, this case is... No, I don't think this case is anywhere near done. Really? What are you thinking, wearing such a buffalo coat? What did you say to me? If it's a crime for the elderly to walk on the streets these days, is it a crime to slip over some ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it? No, 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 no. My lord, I do hope it won't cause inconvenience, but... You'd like to change your leaning, I presume? Just right, still here? No worries, Sonic. I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty. Thank you. And I would too. What? Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well... The summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes 2, and the noes 4. So the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we are no longer have to condense among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Could it seem foolish of me to drink from my hollow chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray, forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Six? It seems I must retract my earlier remark. What do you mean? I mistakenly credited these users with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet, we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer. Eh? Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything, as I've said, is the truth. Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly preparing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which was excavated, sir. That's right. Took me a whole day, they paid me. But merely Trump is for. Now, we learn my Nippons's friend. Tell me, do we have any notion of the distance of that 2 yards represents? Well, I'm honest, I don't have a clue. 2 yards is a little less than 2 meters. Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, the distance readily vaulted by anyone of most moderate vigor. Would not agree, my stalwart friend. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Eh? Me? Well, you can say you're wrong. You can't say you're wrong, no. What? And did you perchance enact a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works? I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. The coaches would have had to hope to pass it anyway. We just turn gentlefolk back when they come. Kids jump right over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench meandering around town. Ah! Is that true? Is it? It is incontrovertible truth that the books just purchased by the accused were found at his seat. There can be no doubt on his way back to his lodges, Mr. Natsume's walked down Briar Road. Crushed in a single sentence. And, old man. Old man? Can you talk? You say that around 5 o'clock on that day in question, you slipped and fell on Kabbalah Road. Pray, was there suspicious-looking nincompoop behind you at the time? Oh, I can't say I remember. You don't remember? How about the wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man the accused saw. But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Order! Order! Lord Van Six, explain yourself. My lord, you had such a trencher argument up your sleeve. Why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he had no doubt to gain. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so easily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What are you talking about? My lord. The prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses. Its next witnesses. Yeah, we know. I believe it's Saki-san. We believe in him. We believe in Soseki-san.